My name is Pat Cummings. I'm a biologist with the Nevada Department of Wildlife within the Game Division. We're in Boulder City, Nevada, which is fairly centrally located within Clark County, the southernmost county within the state, and very near Hoover Dam and Lake Mead. And what we're doing right now is we're trying to capture some of the rams that inhabit the river mountains. It's a very small mountain range. It's only about 6 miles long, maybe 4 miles wide at the widest, but the river mountains are completely surrounded by suburban development and major thoroughfares. And the proximity of Hemenway Park in Boulder City to the southeast end of River Mountains has become quite attractive to bighorn sheep. This park was constructed back in the 1980s, and bighorn sheep quickly found it. In order to access the park, however, they have to cross several streets, several private properties, and negotiate traffic, and finally get to the park. The residents of Boulder City are fantastic. They look out for the sheep. It's a major attraction to the city of Boulder City. The city of Boulder City appreciates the tourists that come here. They also appreciate bighorn sheep being able to access the park. However, what we're trying to avoid is 100 sheep in the park. We would rather have something reasonable, something on the order of 25, maybe a little bit more than that in the park. And what that's going to require us doing, because this is a very productive herd, you can only imagine that if ewes are accessing this park 6 months out of the year, they're on an artificially high nutritional plane, which results in them being very productive. So they're pumping these lambs out left and right every year, and the population would get too large too rapidly. City of Boulder City officials want us to conduct a safe capture, as does the Boulder City Police Department. And I have assured them that the equipment that we use, the dart rifles, are very safe. Indeed, we do have a playground nearby, and oftentimes there are children playing in the playground while we're actively capturing bighorn sheep.
We use several different delivery methods, projectors within our state. The one I use is a Pneu-Dart rifle. Uses a standard marlin platform. The reason I like this type of platform is simple. We're used to hunting with rifles. We're used to, in law enforcement duties, we're used to the gun type platform. And this runs seamless between what we're used to and what we need to use for urban use as well for immobilizing animals. It's really simple. In the bottom here, you load up your normal 22 blanks, load your Pneu-Dart directly in the chamber, and from that point on, there's a dial back here that allows you to adjust the velocity or the pressure, if you will, of how far and how fast this will project. The Nevada Department of Wildlife uses Pneu-Dart for several reasons. One, they're affordable. Two, the maintenance on them. You don't have to have any special person or maintenance schedule listed or anything like that. They're very simple, very easy to use, and extremely reliable. We, just from personal experience, when I have a dart loaded and I need to go ahead and fire that off, I know it's going to hit wherever I'm putting it at, wherever I aim at. They fly true, very, very true. There's really not a time I can remember where I've had one fail.
I just put a dart in an adult ewe down here in the park. We put it in about 5 minutes ago. We'll see how long it takes her to go out. It was a 22-yard shot, which I'm very comfortable taking a shot at about 20 yards. This gun seems to be really accurate at 20 yards for me, and I prefer the open sights as opposed to the scope. So that's what I choose to do.
The pace at which we do dart captures in the park depends really on what our objectives are. Right now we're looking at further evaluating the combination drug the BAM combination of butorphanol, izapiron, and medetomidine, and seeing how the sheep respond to that. We're also evaluating an oxygen concentrator. We've never used one of those before. If it proves reliable, it's portable, it has obvious advantages over cylinders. Nevada is the driest state in the union, and the springs and seeps that wildlife rely on oftentimes were usurped by mining camps, railroad camps, homesteads, and so Nevada suffered mightily. And the introduction of livestock, especially domestic sheep, the various pathogens that domestic sheep carry, bighorn sheep often aren't immune to those, and they succumbed throughout the state, with some remnant populations in the southern portion of the state. And by the mid-1970s, we only had about 2,000 desert bighorn remaining. And so since the 1969, we've been on a very aggressive, very successful program to repatriate bighorn sheep in historic ranges throughout the state. And we also help other states with their desert bighorn conservation programs.
I would recommend Pneu-Dart to any agency or any individual that has a purpose for immobilizing animals at distances. It's a very simple and cost-effective way, and also a very safe and reliable way of immobilizing wildlife.